Hey, what's up, guys? This is Carlos from Team Breakthrough coming at you with a Demise Zing deck profile. Um, this is a deck that Hector just kind of threw out there. I recently picked up the deck and I picked up some Demises, and I grew kind of like a small little appreciation for the card of the Demise, and so I just all of a sudden started playing a lot of decks. Before I get into the deck profile, I wanted to say I wanted to apologize to you guys for the lack of content in the past few months. We just kind of took a break and work and stuff. So, but yeah, we're back, and so hopefully we stay again. Anyway, so we're gonna get started with this. So we played 10 monsters. We play what's his name? Chiwan. I have a hard time pronouncing this guy's names, but anyways, 2 of Helm. He's really good. We do main the Imperial Iron Wall, so we can have that loop where you can use his graveyard effect and get banished. It's also the Imperial Iron Wall in the main is a good meta call. Anyways, 1 of Helm. He's a really good, but not amazing, especially in this build. You might want to side 1, but it's not really recommended for the Monarch matchup because this card plays around Stoneforth a lot. It's really good. If it goes to graveyard though, before you can actually synchro with him, it's kind of bad. But you can also bring it back with Dragon Souls. We played 2 of Helm. This is the only card that you might want to bump up to 3. I don't have the 3rd one, and second, I don't know which card to cut. But this is the only one you might want to cut to 3 because this is the only play that is better than Demise's first turn. So really, really good card. And then we played 2 of Helm. Really good to play around your own traps, especially if you're going against another Demise deck that's also really good. I wouldn't bump it up to 3, not in this build though, because you are playing Demise, so you want to keep the number of monsters that you run like really low. So 2 of Helm. And then 2 of Helm, if you guys don't know, they'll have an effect, right? So for example, this guy allows the synchro monster that you make not to be destroyed by battle, traps, and then spells. But anyway, so yeah, 2 of Helm. And then 2 of Swanee, he makes the synchro monster you synchro him with, gain 500, and that's it. He's the only level 4 that you run in the deck, so rank 4 plays are not optimal here, but it's a really, really good card, and it's I think the biggest beater that the deck has besides the level 5, but we don't run him here. And that's it for the monsters. And then now moving to the spells, of course the 3 Demises, really, really good card. Goes along with 2 Pot of Duality. The reason why this doesn't conflict as much as you would think it does is because these cards have an extra effect where they allow you to synchro summon on your opponent's turn. It's a really, really good like scenario where you can float also if you don't have like a tuner to synchro summon your opponent's turn, but you can also like just float and floodgate your opponent out of the game. So yeah, so 3 Demises and 2 Pots. For consistency, 2 Yangtze Path, really, really good card with the drawing power that this deck has. Your deck is, your deck thinning a lot because you also float, so you're gonna see these guys a lot. You don't want to see a 3 of because it can clock your hand. And then 2 Dark Holes. This is one of the few decks where Dark Hole is better than Raigeki. So you run 2 Dark Holes because you can also float. Really, really good card. And that's it for the spells. Now moving to the to the traps. For the 1-offs, the Skill Drain, Torrential Tribute, and Solemn Warning. Really good cards, especially the Skill Drain, because if you use the blue guy, the synchro monster that you bring is unaffected by Skill Drain, and so that means you can use this effect while your opponent is still locked on out of the game. Torrential Tribute, all your monsters float, and Solemn Warning is self-explanatory. 2 breakthrough skills to replace the 2 strikes. This is one of the cards that you might want to consider if you want to mess around with the number of monster, maybe bumping up the level 2 tuner and any other changes. This might be the cards that you want to mess with. 2 Oasis of Dragon Souls is the color hunter of the deck. If you don't have this card, you can also replace them with Call of the Haunted. The only reason why it's not good is because the main deck of monsters, they're really low attack, so you don't want to bring them in attack modes. But really good card. 2 lose 1 turns, really good. It's kind of like another skill drain. But like I said, if you use the blue guy, you should not have a problem when making synchros. 2 Imperial Iron Wall. This is the one card that is a really good meta call and also allows you to do the Chiwen loop. And then we play 3 Quaking because we can also make Baxia, and she or he, whatever it is, doesn't care if it's face down or face up. So really good card. Also, it deals with like problematic monsters like the Fiends and cards like that. So really good card. 3 Creation, because we have a lot of destruction, like Dark Hole, Torrential, all of those cards. Really good. And then 3 Rivalry. I want to talk about this card. All the monsters you run in the main are Worm, but people might think that this contradicts with the extra deck. But just like Cosmos can play around this card by revealing another valuable target in hand, so can this deck. So for example, if you're going like if you're trying to make a level 8 synchro, you can just reveal the Baxia, which is a Worm. You do have a legal target, and then you can summon anything else. And if you want to go for a Trish, but you are under this, you reveal this guy, but you can still summon the Trish, if that makes sense. So this card does not hurt you at all, and it can floodgate your opponent out of the game. So that's it for the main. It was 40 cards. Now we go to the extra deck. So for the level 5 synchros, we just run their Armades. Really good card. I don't know how it works in this meta though, but it's really good. For the level 7s, we have Michael and Stardust. This
Level 6.
Oh, level 6, my bad. These guys, you can use them. His effect is really good. You get a draw, and then also you can use this with the level 2 tuner to make what's it called? Where'd it go? This guy, Crystal Wing. Really good. So you can, for example, make this, get a draw, and then use the level 2 tuner to make this guy. Or you can do this, banish, and then make this guy. However you want to work this out. Really good. And then for the level 7, we have Yazzie, Moonlight, and Black Rose. Black Rose is a typical, board wipe, disruption, and untargetable. You can make it gain 500, like all the effects that the monsters have. So it's really good. And and I forgot this, the Clearwing. So it's another really good card. And then for the 8s, the 2 Baxias, the Crystal, Stardust, Omega. So a whole bunch of like 8s, because you can make these guys really easy. If you guys want to mess around with what's it called, Starlight Road, this is also a really good card. For example, you can side Starlight Road if you wanted to. So really good cards, self-explanatory. And then for the 9s, Trishula and this guy. His effect, if you don't know, is like if you use different types, or not different types, different attributes, your opponent cannot use the same attributes, if that makes sense. So for example, if I use a light and a dark to summon him, my opponent cannot use effects of light and dark monsters. So really good. And Trish, just blow your opponent out. And then Leo, because can be targeted and a big beater. So yeah, that is my deck profile, guys. Shout out to Hector for this idea. We have been playtesting it, hasn't break. So really good card. Deck, I'm sorry. And so hope you guys like the video, and thank you guys for watching.